Greetings. I'll have to watch out. Greetings, superior beings. Greetings, supreme being. Welcome to universalpeace.jimdo.com. The title of this broadcast is I am tortured to death by the NSA with centipedes, and that I am tortured to death is clear from directed energy weapon attacks with scalar waves. I know that my head, my aluminum, not tinfoil head, does not protect me against their scalar weapon attacks, which go through an aluminum head easier than a knife, a hot knife through butter. But in reality, they've also tortured my mother to death, and with the scalar waves they've done dental torture to me, so they've tortured 5 or more teeth out of my mouth with harp in reality. And I keep on saying in reality because they're trying to generate a separate reality, basically an illusion for people with their scalar waves. I take it off for a while because it's too hot for me. The aluminum foil beanie, which is easy to make. 2 layers of foil with the shiny side towards your brain, and on the outside also shiny side to deflect against your cell phone radiation, which is easy to measure. To measure is the leisure. So in reality they can measure, and you can measure, the amount of cancer cell phone radiation that is blocked by aluminum foil even when ungrounded in reality, about which I've made another video a couple of days ago. So this video is about the fact that I'm tortured to death, and my father is tortured to death as well with centipedes, and they've shown me that they remotely control these centipedes when I was locked up in the UMC hospital against my will, where I've caught one of the centipedes, and in the video Centipedes in My Body Please Help, you can see the centipedes that I've caught. And you can see the markings that they make in the feces of people when these centipedes are in their body. So that they've done all this other type of torture to me makes clear that they are torturing me. That was clear to me from the fact that they've done all these horrible types of torture, dental torture. They've also attacked my genitalia and other body parts, my brain, for example, my lungs, and especially my teeth with harp impulsed energy predactyl mode, which they've also done to my mother, Geetje Hofman Maliepaard, a former head nurse. I inhale to expand my consciousness. Reason for the torture could be the Eco 92 report. Makes it clear that they want to depopulate the earth by any means necessary, unquote. Eco 92 report. And these illegal book quotes that advocate depopulation in violation of the Genocide Convention are also found on universalpeace.jimdo.com. So it's clear your government is terroristic from the fact that you cannot press charges of directed energy weapon torture, though it is clear there are many directed energy weapon torture weapons available even to the common man, not just the agency in reality. And that makes clear your government is terroristic. You cannot press charges of directed energy weapon torture. Other things are the illegal laws that they've passed, the NDAA, BFSA, kill switch and kill list. BFSA labeling all US citizens as enemy combatants. And the other thing is the granting of legal immunity to clearly genocidal companies, Baxter and Monsanto. Monsanto, creators of DDT, Agent Orange, GMO, they've contaminated our biosphere beyond repair with GMO food as a weapon. And You can also Google it, food as a weapon in reality. An aluminum resistant seed to make a monopoly for Monsanto, to make all other farmers go out of business, while the CIA's evergreen air is dispersing the cancer chemtrails in reality, of which they pretend that they are contrails, condensation, while in reality they're clearly transgressing the safety standards for cancer-causing barium worldwide. It's done by the CIA's evergreen air, and their dispersal units are also found online in reality. So they can control people in your environment, animals in your environment, and they send ideas in your own inner voice, and also control your emotions. And of course, they would attempt to make you disbelieve that in reality, so the idea they send might be a feeling of disbelief, unbelief, and well, it is true that believing is stupid, knowing is smart. So silence, sound, Malech patent, remote neural monitoring, synthetic telepathy is described in the Malech patent, and it explains how they are controlling people's brainwaves. So for now, I just want to relax a little bit and think if there are more important things that I should mention in this video. If I die, then it is very probable that they've done it with HARP in reality by controlling the centipedes, or with HARP directly. So it is also possible they've been attacking me, and they've been giving me the idea that there are centipedes in my body. But in reality, my father also has markings in his feces with the shape of the centipede, and I photographed insect bites that are similar to my insect bites. So then it is very unlikely that there is any other cause. My father also slept in the house in Tienhoven that has these centipedes, and they're very hard to find, so doctors have done a colonoscopy, bronchoscopy, CT scan and a PET scan to me, and yet they have not found any trace of centipedes. Only on the PET scan there was something visible in my throat, but because they control them with HARP, when the doctors took a closer look, there was nothing found in my throat. And believe me, or you can check it out, it is not a pleasant feeling to have a camera in your throat that goes into your lung. Let alone a centipede, that's even worse. So never sleep in a room with centipedes. That's another good thing about this video. Alex Jones also explained about the soldiers that have been fighting that were strapped down with an illness, Gulf War syndrome or something similar, and that the flies actually went through their noses. They were strapped down, and then they go through the sinus and eat their way into the brain of the soldiers, where they put their eggs. So that would be really, really horrible if that happens to people. And we should all be wary and prevent it. Do a bug check, and use camphor and other things to keep these insects out of our houses, out of our bodies. What is also interesting is that there might be a sort of cover-up, that there's this movie, The Human Centipede, on Google, and yet you can find these stories about centipedes that enter the human body, which are called pseudoparasitism of myriapods in man stories. And because of that name, not many people know that centipedes enter the human body in reality. So in reality there's one behind my left eye. At the moment you can hear it a little bit. The gas pocket behind my left eye, but not a lot. Although I can feel the centipede, and I've also seen it when I lifted up my eyelid. I could see the centipede, which is about 1.5 centimeters big. about the size of a cigarette filter. And they've added poisons to normal cigarettes, so it's better to use this stuff, the healing herbs. And well, I hope they help to prevent a world war over Syria, about which I've uploaded another video of Anonymous. So if you Google Syria Anonymous, you might find it. You would also find it on this channel in reality. And in one of my videos I've explained why I might lie that there are centipedes in my body and or in my father's body, to find out if there's anybody that knows a cure against centipedes in the human body. If you have one, please contact me. What I have tried is the following. I've tried magnesium trichloride, I think it's called. Magnesium hydroxide, in reality, with amino BCAA, branched chain amino acids, and pineapple. Somebody wrote me that recipe and told me that a friend of his had centipedes in his feces after that, so that it would kill them in reality. In reality it did not, and the fact that they are controlled with quantum computers might have to do with that. They could even be gene-specific bioweapons in reality. So they may have been created to only attack my DNA and the DNA of my father. But I would have to warn anybody that would live at 1085A, a wooden house, where I had a plant growing through the floor. And it may be rented to people that they want to give centipedes in their bodies, basically. That's how far it can go. I'm not saying that that's the case, so people have to find that out for themselves. I just want nobody else to go through the same hell I've gone through. And the other directed energy weapon attacks, besides the dental torture, I can show you some teeth that they've tortured out of my mouth. I think I've done that in another video, and so did Timothy Trespass and others. Anyway, the torture is done with HARP, not with iSCAT and satellites. iSCAT might also be involved. That's also a scalar weapon, I think. So they use wireless energy in reality. And why would there be so many ionospheric heaters, death rays of Nikola Tesla, when it is clear we haven't seen much good weather lately? So there are plenty of sources that claim that HARP was also used to create meltdowns in Fukushima and to extort the Japanese Prime Minister, that the Rockefellers are involved in that. And what else? Well, I am of course a person that has been tortured for about 30 years with the scalar waves, so I am more aware than other people of what they can do if a world war would break out. Then everybody could be eliminated, everybody without a Tesla plasma shield, so then a 99% population reduction, a la that Turner book quote, also found on universalpeace.jimdo.com, is no illusion. I think it is possible, and that most people don't have a Tesla plasma shield to protect their brainwave, their body, and their loved ones. And so then it's a good idea to put this video on a CD-ROM. CD-ROMs are EMP proof. Ideas are bulletproof, that's the idea. Because the people after you might have time travel capability, they might resurrect you or save you and stuff like that. So then there is a use in making a CD-ROM also to end the world war. We know that the Jesuits are creating that if Syria is attacked, while pretending that they are against an attack on Syria. Adolfo Nicholas made it clear also. So I'm just attempting to avoid a world war and create universal peace by any means necessary. So the main story in this video is that I'm tortured to death by the NSA. Not necessarily Satanists, and Satanists such as Michael Aquino. All the Freemasons are worshippers of Lucifer, Satan. In reality, they try to make my voice sound scared, while in reality I've done a self-hypnosis, and you are all still under hypnosis, the eternal hypnosis in reality. So that no one but me and yourself can hypnotize you without your written permission, and you are eternal, because the placebo effect and the power of hypnosis is scientifically proven. So they worship Lucifer, Satan. In reality they want to depopulate to 500 million. Illegal Georgia Guidestones are still standing. And so are the book quotes on universalpeace.jimdo.com. My father is coming in, so I might make a second video about this. And for now I will round up the video for universalpeace.jimdo.com.